There is but one question to be answered here, and this is the man that's going to answer it for us. Mark Skaife in the number 1 Nissan.
24 years of age, from Melbourne, formerly from the Central Coast. Kart Grand Prix champ 82, 83, 2-litre touring car champion in 87, Australian off-road champ in 1988. A very talented young man. First in the Sandown 500 in 89 and runner-up to Jim Richards in this year's Shell Australian Touring Car Championship.
We're all expecting some fireworks here. Skaife was doing some sensational laps earlier in the week. Certainly set the pace. An amazing time, 12.8 seconds earlier in the week. And this is a moment I'm sure he and Fred Gibson have been waiting for.
Just last weekend, he added the Tooheys Australian Drivers' Championship to his credit, so he's the reigning Australian champion. I reckon we'll probably see something in the low 12s unless he tries to overdo it too much.
Still only 24 years of age, but with a wealth of experience. Has been involved with Nissan's development programs, with the Skyline before this, and of course this awesome car, the GTR. He does a lot of miles, and he's very quick. This is where the GTR is so fast coming out of this corner, the cutting. They probably pick up 10 or 15 kilometres an hour on the two-wheel drive cars out of that corner, carry it with them all the way across the top.
258 kilometres an hour up Mountain Straight for Mark Skaife.
Gosh, you could have picked up and carried one or two other competitors.
Total concentration from the youngster.
Down towards the dipper now. Powers had her pretty quickly out of the Suncorp turn.
It's particularly impressive out of this corner too. Just on the brakes, back a gear, and bang. Comes out of there like a missile.
You can really hear the way the car puts its power to the road. Fastest split time so far, no surprises there. It's a 28.34. It's fastest by a mile.
Screaming down towards Caltech's Chase, dancing over the road, but it is quick.
By far the fastest Group A touring car you'll ever see on Mount Panorama.
Mark's fast, fit and aggressive, and he's done a lot of miles in the car.
How fast do you want it? 293 kilometres an hour down Conrod Straight.
Well, it's payday early for Nissan and Gibson Motorsport as Mark Skaife comes across to take the checkered flag. Now, we wait to see whether or not he's made it into the 12s after setting the benchmark here early on Thursday.
2 minutes 12.63.
2:12.63. Well, he's done that beautifully. That puts two Nissans on the front row for the Tooheys 1000 tomorrow. I think Mark would be fairly pleased with that.
The only thing that GTR doesn't have is a good turning circle.
And say goodbye to that famous George Fury Bluebird time of 1984 that won pole in 2 minutes 13.84. Gone forever.
Mark, a 2 minutes 12.63. You're on pole position for the Tooheys 1000. Must be a fairly proud moment in your career.
Thank you very much, John. It was a pretty good lap. I got a little bit untied in a couple of spots, but that's about as good as we could do.
Well, if that was untied and you've got pole position, you've got a little bit up your sleeve. You're saying that?
No, not really. I think that's about as quick as we could go.
Think you can win tomorrow?
I hope so, mate. I think Jimmy and I will take a fair bit of beating from here.
Good on you, Mark. That was a great effort.
Thanks, John.